y'all, this is Petrina with The Source. So we've been talking about acceleration, and today I want to wrap up our series. Hi.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Just here to help. I got an idea. Go.
Okay. When God tells us to go, what is our very first response? Do we cower and freeze in fear? Do feelings of inadequacy choke us and we try to hide away in the shadows? Do we know deep down that we can accomplish the task at hand, but something is just stopping us right in our own footsteps?
Too much?
There are many possible responses to have when God calls us to do something that is out of our comfort zones. Most of the time, we do doubt ourselves, but something called faith is there to ensure that we go. Having faith in God is doing the thing He told you to do, because although we may not trust ourselves fully, we know we can trust Him, and that's all we need to succeed, am I right? So, you may be asking, how can God use us? If we want God to use us in awesome ways, we have to be ready and willing. Let's take a look at the prophet Isaiah. He was called by God to preach to really wicked people. He answered the call God had for him, even though it was a very difficult task. Isaiah 6:8 says, "Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?' And I said, 'Here I am, send me.'" When God called Isaiah, Isaiah had no doubt in his heart that the Lord would be right by his side, and that's the type of eagerness we need to have as believers who want to walk in the calling God has for our lives. Let's look at another example in the book of Mark. There was a blind beggar named Bartholomew. I don't know about you, I can never actually say these names. Anyways, he heard that Jesus was in his vicinity and called out to him to be healed. Jesus heard him, told him to come towards him, and Bartimaeus came. Mark 10:51 says, "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked. "My rabbi," the blind man answered, "I want to see." "Go," said Jesus, "your faith has healed you." Immediately, he received his sight and followed Jesus along the road. Let's look at one last example. When we look at the book of Joshua, God calls Joshua to lead Israel into the promised land after 400 years of slavery in Egypt and another 40 plus years of wandering around in the desert. These are the words that the Lord spoke to Joshua in leading this absolutely crazy mission. Joshua 1:9, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." So, now I'm asking you, what are some of the crazy, impossible things you believe God is calling you to do in your life? Is it invading a foreign land or preaching to thousands of really wicked people? Hopefully it's nothing that terrifying. If so, then please call Pastor Matu. But it may be something as simple as developing that friendship with the new person at school, choosing to take your grades seriously this semester, or going out of your way to serve your parents as you see they need rest. All of these things may be actions outside of your comfort zone, but it's crucial for you to do them if that's what you feel God is saying.
Trina, it's the train. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Praying for you. Stay tuned for more. God bless. Bye.